Well, here's a quick update about our wonderful life and how exciting it is. And I do appreciate you watching and tuning in to see how things are going here. It's not great this week. We're both quite poorly with like a tummy bug, sickness and diarrhea type bug. Nigel's dad is in hospital again. He's very unwell and it's not looking great, to be honest. I don't know how much longer he can live on his own at home because he has carers, but it's not enough really. And also we have a lovely carer, a new carer, but about a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, she scalded herself when she was here, so she ended up in the burns unit in Newcastle Hospital and's got a nasty burn across her chest, which it's okay, but it's infected. So that's pretty rough. She's just getting over that. She had to have about a week off, and now she's got COVID. So things are really tough here. We're trying to get by and manage, and with Nigel's dad, it's really quite stressful. He's so unwell, and Nigel's in bits about it. It's horrible. He can't go to see him. He's just not well enough himself. Nigel does what he can, but he just because there's an emergency going on doesn't mean that Nigel can suddenly be made magically better. It doesn't work like that. It was like when my dad was ill and, well, he was dying and I couldn't be with him. I couldn't fly down to Bristol and go to see him, and I couldn't be with him. And it's heartbreaking. I couldn't go to the funeral. I couldn't support my mum and my sisters. And it's devastating. This illness takes all that away. Emmy doesn't care that you want to be with your family and that you need to be with them at their most terrible times. Emmy doesn't care. In fact, when terrible times do hit, Emmy just tends to get worse. It's like we get punished for being emotional or experiencing stress. It's such a hard illness to manage. It really is awful. At the moment, my mum and my sister and her family, they're off on a family holiday. They're in Venice at the moment. The family goes away all together each year. I used to go as well, of course, but having Emmy and being bedridden, I can't go now, of course. Nigel and I, we can't go on the family holidays. And that's devastating. And as much as I really want my family to have a wonderful time, and they're having a lovely time, but they do feel bad that I can't be there. But I really don't want that to spoil it for them, because they deserve holidays. They're such good people, my family. But it does hurt, it does hurt that. Sorry, the camera just tipped. It does, yeah, it hurts that I can't be with them, and it's not fair. And, it's not fair. Life isn't fair, and I'm very fortunate I'm here and not under like 6 foot of mud in Libya or in the Moroccan earthquake. I mean, I have family out in Morocco. They're okay, but they are terribly scared. And I'm fortunate I'm not there with those natural disasters, but it doesn't change the fact that I'm having terrible time too. It's just different levels. It doesn't mean that I'm having a wonderful time just because somebody else is suffering so much. If you get what I mean. I'm just rambling now, aren't I? But, it's like, well, what do I get instead of going to Italy, And I do feel like a child. I did a short about this. I feel like a child. It's like, well, what about me? What do I get? I lay in bed all day. I've got terrible symptoms this week. Nigel's really ill. A carer's got COVID. His dad's in hospital. what do we get to make up for the awfulness? What do we do in the meantime before things get better? It's such a hard life, this. I just want to get out of bed and have a wash and see my family and do all the normal things that people do. People who can walk, people who can change their clothes, who can get dressed, can do all the normal things, can go from one room to the next. What about me? What do I get? You know, it may be a childish way of thinking, but I can't help it sometimes. I just want to throw a tantrum. It's just so unfair. This illness is unfair. It takes everything and gives nothing. And you just feel completely stripped of everything that's joyful. And I try my best to drag joy out of the day, I really do. I mean, Nigel and I, it's our wedding anniversary coming up, and we've been married for 18 years. And, you know, we're doing really, really well. We're doing really well. He looks after me so brilliantly. He's so sick himself. And I want to have a nice day. When our anniversary comes, I want us to feel well enough. I want to feel okay enough to cope. You know, it's not much to ask, is it really? Just for one day. Sorry, this is my real moany tantrumy video, and thank you so much for watching this 7 minutes almost of me whining on. Well, I don't really have a lot else to say, but there are things I want to do and show you and crafty things and that, but I'm just not well enough at the moment. I get these little dips where I get really, really rough, and then I come up for air for a little bit, and I can do a few little things, and then it'll be the ebb and flow, and I'll go down again, and it just takes a virus to knock everything out of me again. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I hope your week is going okay, your days. Even the healthiest of people have really terrible times, so I'm not negating anybody else's horrible experiences just because mine are so bad. But anyway, thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.